Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to our special Thursday evening presentation here from Spokane, Washington. My name is Scott Nelson, and I want to welcome all of you that are guests, and along with all of you from around the world that are also members of Karatbars International. And I hope you can see my screen okay. We're going to be using some different slides tonight because I'm a visual person, and I hope everybody can see this clearly. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Like I said, my name is Scott Nelson, and I live here in Spokane, Washington. I've been working from home in a network marketing, home based business environment full time for the last 20 years and have been actually working a number of different businesses. I started my first home business back when I was 18 years of age, and that's just about 40 years ago now. And I have to tell you that over this last 20 years, although it has not been real easy as a single dad raising two young kids many years ago, when I first came home and decided that I was going to never go back to work again for somebody outside of the home, and really committed myself. And here I am 20 years later, full time uh, in my past, and have just been thrilled with what I've been able to enjoy and experience over the last 20 years, and really have a passion to want to really be able to help people to that really are committed to really find a very unique way, a very simple way that they can make a substantial amount of income from home, working 5 to 10 hours per week in the comfort of their own home. You can work a little less, you can work a lot more. It just depends on how quickly you want to reach your goal. One of the things that I have been doing for about the last 7 or 8 years is really following closely the things that are going on in the world in the area of budgets and debt, in currencies, in depreciation, in interest rates. And I've had a tremendous amount of interest over the last 7 years or so with gold and silver, because I've known for a good period of time that the U.S. dollar and the other world currencies are very rapidly losing almost all of their value. In fact, in just since 1971, since President at that time, Richard Nixon, actually took us off the gold standard, the US dollar alone has lost over 95% of its purchasing power. And when I found out about a company headquartered over in Germany called Karatbars International, I got very excited because Karatbars International is a company that has provided us with a universal solution to the worldwide debt, currency, and savings crisis. Here in the US and in Canada and over in the Eurozone, we are experiencing a economic meltdown that has never ever been anything like it before. Oh, sure, we've seen the stock market crash and the housing market crash in 2007 and 2008, but never have we seen all of the world's currencies being debased because of the debt, the fiat currencies, the paper money. While they used to all be backed by gold, of course, now there's nothing that is backing the currencies of the world. It's a currency that is based only on your trust. And of course, we realize that in the years that have passed, the last 3 or 4 years especially, we've seen the trust in our government, in our leadership, in our healthcare system, in our presidents, not just President Obama, but going back to 2 or 3 presidents leading up. We've seen a level of misrepresentation and misinformation, and it's been just a problem that we've had to deal with when you can't trust your own government, when you can't. When you don't really even get the straight truth from them when it comes to how much we owe in debt and what's our real unemployment numbers and things like that. Well, when I saw Karatbars International, I got very, very excited because, living in the world, there's one economy, but living in the world of Karatbars, everything is completely different because in our own government, in our own economy, we're dying. The dollar is depreciating. The stock market is getting ready to implode. And we've seen the housing market absolutely implode back not too many years ago. But the economy with Karatbars is actually booming. And so, as far as a business opportunity, an opportunity to learn how to save the right way, Karatbars is just the very, very best opportunity for people to protect their assets, to take and preserve their wealth and their dollars and their properties and their retirements. With Karatbars, it really is timing, and timing, of course, in any business, of course, is everything. And with Karatbars, we're in the right place at the right time. Now, Karatbars is a 7-year-old company that's headquartered over in Stuttgart, Germany. Our founder and CEO is Harold Seitz, and Harold created a dream about 7 years ago when at that time it was called KB Gold, and they were not yet doing business in the US. They were doing business in about 16 different countries around the world. But the primary dream and the goal of Harold Seitz was for people to be able to afford to buy gold. You see, at today's prices of roughly $1,300 an ounce for gold, not many people that are listening to this web presentation tonight are going to be able to really go out there and spend $1,000 or $1,500 or $2,000 on a weekly or a monthly basis to buy gold. So Harold created KB Gold back in 2007, and at that time, we had one size of gold. It's a 1 gram bar of gold. And since that time, we now have not just the 1 gram bar, we have the 2.5 gram bar and the 5 gram bar. But you're able to purchase gold, pure 24 karat gold, that's affordable now because you don't have to go out and spend $1,000 or $1,500. You can buy a gram of gold for between $53 up to $66 per gram, depending on how you want to buy it. So you're actually able to now start to acquire gold in small and affordable weights. But you are also able to enjoy an opportunity to open up one of our free accounts, either as a customer or an affiliate. You're able to purchase gold whenever you want to do so. You can have it delivered right to your front door with FedEx all the way from Germany, or you can actually take advantage of the free storage that nobody else that I've ever seen that sold gold ever offered. But Karatbars even offers you free storage for your gold. Our accounts are free, fast, and easy to set up. And the software is free for all customers and affiliates. And it provides a safe and secure way for you to merely exchange your depreciating paper money into gold money directly without having to go through a bank or a broker in order to do that. So you eliminate the cost of any middleman, and you are able to have a secure website where only you have access to it, and you can go in and purchase gold anytime that you want to, as often as you want to, and you are going to be getting the highest quality gold known to man. The company is located, like I said, over in Stuttgart. In 2011, we changed our name to Karatbars International. We are now doing business, even though this slide says 100 countries. We're actually in 116 countries around the world. And Karatbars International is an e-commerce company that offers an affiliate program, much like Amazon.com. Karatbars expedites metal goods through sales outlets, our websites, our e-commerce platform, and provides you with secure storage, delivery. We handle all of our payment processing, and of course, we are 100% debt free. And Karatbars International is a company that is highly, just so well known and highly lauded by the government of Germany. In fact, Karatbars has met or exceeded all of the German business standards for over 4 years, almost 5 years now, and they are highly respected. The company history, of course, is impressive. The software, the product is impressive, and we have developed for those of you who want to become independent affiliates, and you're going to be blessed to see our little two-step system that will develop incredible wealth for you and your families in as little as 12 weeks that has become wildly popular. The history of U.S. paper money, of course, was back in 1914. The history of gold, we used to have gold certificates. You can see that $50 gold certificate. In those days, $50 in gold certificates was worth actual $50 in gold. And right on that gold certificate, it tells you that payable to bearer on demand. So you could actually take that gold certificate right down to your local bank and cash it in for money. Unfortunately, you look at what's happened, and we started to roll out the Federal Reserve in 1913, and before you knew it, we were printing money like wild men. And in 1971, our currency and the currencies of the world went off of the gold standard. So, what we've needed to do, and thank heavens for Karatbars, we've simply replaced our worthless paper currency. I hate to say that, but your dollar that you have today used to buy 5 to 10 times as much just 10 years ago. And at the current depreciation of a 0.5 to 1% each month, our US dollar is losing about 5 to 10% of its value every single year. So if you are looking for a safe and sane way to simply take that paper money out of your left pocket and stick it in real gold by exchanging it into 24 karat pure gold and putting real money into your right pocket, then you've come to the right place. With Karatbars, you can see that the history of paper money compared to gold money has been absolutely devastating. Paper money was created as a gold substitute, a way to legally take gold from the people and turn them into a debt-based economy. You look at the difference of buying power with gold, you can trace the history back now over 5,000 years. And gold over the last 10 years has only had 2 down years, and the average increase on a yearly basis for gold has been well over 20% increase. So does it make good sense for you to hold on to your US dollars or your Canadian dollars or your euros or whatever currency and environment that you live under? Of course not. It doesn't make any sense at all for people to hold on to something that we know and you can trace for yourself the history of the US dollar. And that's why so many people are now taking steps to protect their assets from the continual depreciation. And of course, the threats that we see in the economy today are the capital control laws. If you don't have possession of something, you certainly do not have any control. That's why with Karatbars, for Steffi and I, every time we order gold now, we have it shipped directly to our front door so we can actually touch it, feel it, and understand that we do have control of what our finances are. We don't keep US dollars in our bank anymore, with the exception of what we need to cover our monthly overhead. There's no extra money in the bank. We take every dollar that we can and we merely exchange it into something that has true, intrinsic, and lasting value, and that is 24 karat gold. Of course, gold is a hedge against inflation. Right now, you see gold at around $1,300 an ounce. It's kind of volatile right now because of all of the QE1, QE2, and money printing that has been going on by the Federal Reserve that has been used to prop up our dying economy, which is giving the stock market a real false number. The Dow, I think today was at around 16,300 or 16,400. And even Warren Buffett said yesterday that he would never at this point in time put any money into the stock market. He's expecting between a 20 and 30% correction in the market. So for those of you that are listening, you really want to dig deep to find out what's really going on. If you've got money that's tied to the stock market in retirement funds or 401ks or mutual funds, you may want to take a real good look at what is about to happen. And we need to hedge against the collapse of the economy, against the collapse of the housing market, against the collapse of the stock market. And of course, we want to fight to stop inflation now. And of course, as I said earlier, we have found the solution with Karatbars International. You can set up your free customer account. There may be those of you that are listening in tonight that maybe aren't necessarily looking for a business opportunity. You just want to start exchanging safely and securely your dollars into gold. Well, that's easy to do. All you need to do is set up your free customer account with Karatbars, and you'll be given your safe, secure Karatbars website where you'll be able to go in and purchase your gold. You can see Karatbars comes in the 1 gram card, the 2.5 gram card, and the 5 gram card. And you'll be able to see the prices. As you can see on the left-hand side in blue, those prices, of course, are in the euro, and that's because Karatbars is headquartered in the Eurozone over in Germany. But you can see when you go in to order your gold, all of your prices will be converted into US dollars, Canadian dollars for you, depending on what part of the country or world that you live in. If you're listening around the world, Karatbars does business in 116 countries of the world, and it's a phenomenal company that's growing by hundreds of thousands of new customers and affiliates in just the last few years. When your gold arrives, you can see the Karatbars classy delivery card with your gram. This is a 1 gram card on the left, and of course that's a certified, hologrammed, and assayed LBMA gold, the richest, highest quality and most pure gold known to man. And like I said, it comes in the 3 different sizes. And of course, once again, what experts have said is gold has never gone bankrupt. Gold has never let us down in over 5,000 years. And customers right now are seeking safety and inflation insurance against the collapse of the US dollar, the euro, and the Canadian dollar. And they are looking to protect and hedge against the inflation that is coming upon our country very quickly. Now, for those of you that are looking for a real opportunity to build a substantial income, you have come to the right place, because in the second part of this presentation, we're going to show you a 12-week agenda that will generate for you a minimum income of $4,500 each and every week for you if you can follow 2 very simple steps. People that register as affiliates obviously are looking for cash flow and or gold accumulation. Now, Stephanie and I started to work with Karatbars back the first week of December. And of course, we took a couple of weeks off, about 10 days off, to go back to Colorado and spend Christmas with my sister. So we've got about 3.5 months into Karatbars, and already we've accumulated over 5 ounces of pure 24 gold. So obviously, for those of you that would like to make an incredible long-term residual weekly income and earning free gold, then of course you'll want to look very carefully at the affiliate rewards program. What do we do as independent affiliates? We really just help Karatbars multiply worldwide software usage and transactions. We just connect people to good, sound, solid financial information. We have 14 live web presentations every single week. We do 2 of those every single day. We have an optional 12-week plan, which is the new way to multiply your earning power. We offer training, mentoring, teaching, and free marketing tools for you that will absolutely guarantee your success. The dual team system that we're going to move into here in about 1 minute will show you that wonderful 12-week plan that will generate income that you've only once dreamt about and in as little as 12 weeks. And it's going to offer you financial freedom and independence, weekly compensation, plus cash and gold, all earned from our dual team marketing system. Now, before we move forward into the next part of our presentation, I want to read a disclaimer because it is very important to me and to the company to know that the income projections that we're going to talk about and the action plan, the agenda as I call it, uses simple mathematical examples that are fully and completely dependent upon following the plan as described. If you vary, these results can vary. And of course, the results are going to be based on your activity and the activity of every single member of your team. So people ask me all the time, so really, if I just get in and do my part and I don't do anything else, are you telling me in 12 weeks I'm going to be earning $4,500 or more every week? No. What you're going to need to do is we're going to show you a simple system that if you engage yourself into this system and follow it to the exact replica of what we are doing and teaching right now, your results are going to be absolutely phenomenal. So I hope you'll enjoy this next portion of the presentation, and then at the end of this next brief presentation, we will try to take some questions and answers. And in order to do that, you will need to have a microphone that we can hear you ask your questions. So if you have a headset, please put that on. If you have a speaker or a microphone right into your computer system, make sure that that computer microphone is working, because if we can't hear you, obviously we can't answer your questions. And if you have questions without a microphone, you can type those questions in, and I'll see if we can get to those questions before we conclude our presentation tonight. So let's take a look at this really amazing plan that our team of leaders have put together. We call this the agenda. And this is where we are going to show you how to turn 12 weeks, that's 90 days, into a $4,500 per week and perpetual free gold income opportunity that will last you for a lifetime. And in order to do that, let's ask ourselves this simple question. In the times that we live in today, do you think that there are any people out there that would want to take a look at a legitimate business plan with a company that has a 7-year successful track record of stability and debt-free business in 116 countries now in the world that could produce a $4,500 minimum weekly residual income in just 12 weeks? Do you really believe that there would be people out there that might be interested in finding out about something like this? And if so, how many of those people? Are there a lot, do you think? Do you know of many, or do you think there's a lot? Do you think there could be even millions of people? How many do you really think that there are? And then the question I have for those of you that are watching tonight, are you one of those people? Are you one of those people that can keep yourself laser focused for the next 12 weeks to engage into a simple 2-step system that can change your life forever? Well, when I saw this plan, I couldn't sleep for 3 nights. And now to show you the power of what's happening in just the last 3.5 months since Stephanie and I started to work with Karatbars, starting with just ourself and our senior partner, Jeff Dawson, who lives down in Costa Rica. We have seen our team grow to nearly 900 business partners. So, do you think this system works? So, when a person says, absolutely, I am one, I would love to engage and commit myself into a agenda that could turn 12 weeks into $4,500 per week. And then what we ask you to do is to give us 3 minutes of your undivided attention. And if that person says yes, I definitely will give you that. Then there is a sizzle call number. It happens to be right there at area code 218-844-3182. That's 218-844-3182. And you can dial that. Don't do it now. Wait till after our presentation. And you can listen by entering in that PIN number there to the right of the number. Once our prospects, the people that we're talking to, say, I am definitely one and I want to listen to that message, we simply ask you to gauge your level of interest. What is your level of interest on a scale of 1 to 10? Would you consider yourself a 1, which would be I'm not at all interested, or a 10 saying I'm in and I'm going to do exactly what you say to do? Okay, what we do is we build a system that builds belief. We don't want to compromise with people. Remember, we know that on this call tonight, there are different types of people. You may be a person that says, I will do whatever it takes, whatever you mentor me to, Scott, or whoever invited you here to this presentation tonight. But I don't bargain with people. So I show them the brick, I show them this simple system, and I don't bargain with them if they can't commit for 90 to 120 days, then and give me 5 to 10 hours a week. Then this is not the right system. We want to have you involved with us with Karatbars, but maybe you just choose to start a gold savings account. It doesn't cost you anything. It's completely free. Or maybe you become a free affiliate and you purchase a marketing package if you want, and you build at your own rate, because we know that not everybody is wired the same way. But if you are, and you're one of those people that want to do this with us, then you will simply duplicate what we're doing. If I was a person that enrolled you into this 12-week system, then you and I would be working together, one-on-one. I have a very, very outstanding business associate, Dennis, that lives down outside of Las Vegas. And Dennis is going to be doing a testimonial one of these days soon that is going to share his life journey. And he's already in his first week. Got his first of his 2 people that he's looking for, and it looks like he may have his second one even tonight as we speak. So Dennis and I, we do our share. We simply do the work. Everybody working together and connecting the team together with their sponsors and their senior business partners create success and accountability. And we monitor each other. We hold each other accountable. We build trust by showing each other exactly what we're doing. And by doing this, we create massive cash flow in a positive manner. Cash out capital and exchanging it for more and more gold. This system has become known as the brick. Now, the system is simple and easy to do. It is a 2-step system. The first thing that we will do when you decide that you want to partner together, when we've had a chance to talk and decide that we're going to work together, is to enroll and create your free Karatbars account. Now, there's no logical reason for you not to do this, because there's no charge to become a Karatbars affiliate or a Karatbars customer. So there isn't any reason. I mean, I look at all of the different businesses that I've done over the years, and I've never been in a business that didn't charge me at least a couple $100 to start up. And then I had to buy all kinds of marketing materials, and then I had to order products every single month. And that is not the way we do business with Karatbars. You simply set up your free Karatbars account. And then if you are going to do the 12-week plan, you are going to immediately acquire one of our marketing package. This will give you your position in the system, and you will start to move and earn money very, very quickly. We have 4 different packages: the bronze, silver, gold, and VIP. And you just determine the size of your paycheck. You can give yourself a raise at any time. So if you were to start as a bronze, you're going to receive a certain level of direct commission and a certain amount of dollars, in this example, euros, for every cycle that you earn through our dual compensation. If you are a silver, you can see that your direct sale commission doubles and your cycle bonus quadruples. If you are a gold, you'll jump up to 15% and you will increase by another 20 euros per cycle. And if you're looking for the CEO level opportunity, then most likely you'll want to choose the VIP package because it will max out the Karatbars compensation plan. So now, the secret, or what we call the commitment. This is the glue of what we are doing in this 12-week system, and this is what makes the engine run. After you have created your free Karatbars account and acquired the marketing package, it doesn't matter what package you start with, make it work for your budget. These are one-time purchases. You're going to get some gold with your marketing package, every one of them except for the bronze, which is just a starter package. That's not a lot of people start there, but if you need to start there, we like to believe that everybody can afford a one-time $135 purchase to get into a business that will create a $4,500 per week income in as little as 90 days with Karatbars. Now, the commitment is you must commit yourself for 12 weeks without fail, a minimum of 12 weeks. Now, the system is built on exchanging paper money from one pocket and placing your own gold money into your other pocket. So when you look at it, you're not really spending money, you're simply exchanging a far less valuable, or really I say no value, paper fiat money and turning that into one of the most superior currencies known to man. You simply move money with frequency and velocity. You're going to commit to purchase or exchange into 1 gram of pure 24 karat gold for 12 weeks minimum, because something very unique is going to happen at 12 weeks. Guess what that is? Your gold is going to now become free. That's right, free gold. Okay? And the last part of the commitment is going to be to find 2 people who will repeat the system. If everybody does the same exact thing for 12 weeks, if you start today and you follow the system, you find your 2 with your senior partner's help. We have advertising co-ops. We can generate together as many prospects and leads as you need. If you don't have a marketing system, you don't have a warm market, this is the only business I've seen in my 39 years that actually has people calling you, asking you to call them back and provide them with information. If you don't want to call your friends or your relatives or your business partners right now, don't worry about it. If you want to talk to 3 or 5 or 10 people every single week that are calling you, we have advertising co-ops, we have voice broadcasting co-ops, we have free Craigslist advertising programs. Anything that you need, we have in place to allow you to accomplish what you need to do as the last part of your commitment, which is in your first week, ideally, to find 2 people who want to repeat this exact system. Do you remember what I said at the very beginning? The agenda is, in the times that we live in today, do you think there are any people out there that would want to simply start to exchange their dollars into 1 gram of gold each and every week minimum, and find just 2 others that would want to do the same thing? If this company would be able to provide you a 12-week directive agenda to bring you to an income minimum of $4,500 a week. And that's a question that you need to ask yourself. And I'll go back, and I know Dennis is on this call tonight, but Dennis just plugged right into our Craigslist program and has absolutely had incredible success in his first week. Remember, it's a 12-week system. We've already talked about it's an income projection. It's based on mathematical examples, and the results can vary based on you working with your senior partner and doing the exact thing, and then working with your team. And we're going to show you what we're talking about here in the last 5 minutes of this presentation. You look at the package options. Remember, the package that you begin with determines your earning power. So you have to make it affordable for your budget. They're the level 1 bronze package, the level 2 silver package, the level 3 gold, and the level 4 CEO package, which we call our VIP. And you can see very uniquely the income potential below that you see is based only on every team member that you are working with purchasing the minimum level 1 bronze package and simply exchanging for 1 gram of gold each week for just 12 weeks. Finding two people in that first week who will commit and duplicate with us as a group. Remember, the residual comes from the 12-week commitment, not the sale of the gold, silver, gold, or the bronze, silver, or gold, or VIP package. Now look at the example. These are what I want you to pay example. Let's just say that Dennis came in today. I introduced Dennis, and he purchased the level 1 bronze package for $135. Well, when he starts, his goal is going to be to do exactly what I'm doing, which is purchasing 1 gram of gold every week for 12 weeks minimum, and to introduce just 2 others that will also want to do the same thing in their first 2 weeks. They want to start exchanging dollars into gold. Well, in week 1, when he does his 2 people, he's going to get a whopping $12. And as he builds the team, it takes a couple of weeks to really start to see progress. But look at what happens at week number 6. Remember that right now, a gram of gold that you're exchanging into each week as part of your commitment is about $65. Well, what happens for Dennis if everybody on his team is doing exactly the same thing? At week number 6, Dennis is now receiving a weekly income of $65 that is enough to cover the cost of his weekly commitment for gold. Dennis is no longer reaching into his pocketbook or his left pocket to have to pull any more money out if he doesn't want to, and he can exchange into gold for free. But where it really gets exciting as you see the team grow, and as we get down here, you come to week number 11. And what this example shows you here is in week number 11, Dennis, provided that everybody on his team is doing exactly the same thing every week and duplication is happening perfectly, is going to be earning $2,223 every single week for the rest of his life. So what is Dennis going to do? If Dennis is smart, as soon as he can, whether it takes him a few weeks or takes him 11 weeks, he's going to take that 1 week of earning, he's going to put that money over here, and he's going to give himself a pay raise up to the level 4 VIP package without ever having to reach into his pocket to do the upgrade. And following this 12-week system, the final week, after he completes his 12th week or his 90th day, look at where Dennis is in his income. But remember that Dennis has gone from here over to here. So really, at that point in time, if Dennis is now a VIP, he doesn't see his weekly income based on everybody just having a bronze package. That hasn't changed. But look at the pay raise that Dennis gave himself as a VIP. He just increased his weekly pay up to $32,500 per week at the end of 12 weeks, provided that every single person during that 12 weeks has followed the simple instructions, exchanging 1 gram of gold into 1 gram of gold each week for a minimum of 12 weeks, and finding just 2 others who want to do exactly what we have done. Karatbars has put together the most simple money-making two-step system that provides you with everything that you need, whether it is marketing tools, websites, training, leadership, mentoring. We work as a committed unit together. And this two-step system is so simple to do. We enroll and set up our free affiliate account. We immediately purchase either the bronze, silver, gold, or VIP package. We file our KYC documents, which is simply to prove who you are by uploading a copy of your driver's license or passport and a recent utility bill or phone bill that shows your name and address. We upload that. Karatbars proves that we are who we are. We're not laundering money, and they approve our KYC documents, and you immediately start to exchange your approximately $65 for that 1 gram of gold each week until you reach your goal for free. Then you'll no longer have to worry about it, because we have an autosave program for you that when you start earning a certain amount of income, you will start to get rewarded with free gold. So we're just asking you to commit to purchasing that 1 gram of gold for a minimum of 12 weeks, or until you reach the level where you're receiving free gold. Now, you'll want to take immediate action on these steps, because hesitation places you behind the ones that don't. Okay? You can do this all by yourself. You don't need to have anybody else's permission, opinion, or criticism. You need to ask yourself and value your own opinion on this. Does it make sense for me to get out of depreciating US dollars and into something that is a far superior currency? If you say yes, and would I be willing to invest myself into other people's lives to help them to do the same thing? Because step number 2 is just you teaming up with 2 others that will simply repeat step 1 and step 2. In week 1, everything else doesn't matter. Until that is done, you put on your blinders. You find those 2 that value their own opinion, that will plug in with you and I, and duplicate these 2 simple steps. You see, in most companies out there, they've got all of these complicated steps, and you got to buy pills, potions, and lotions, and you got to go to this seminar, and you got to know what these do for your body. We don't need to complicate this. We only focus on these 2 tasks: enrolling, purchasing your package, and purchasing 1 gram of gold every week for a minimum of 12 weeks, and repeat that process with 2 other people. And by doing just steps 1 and 2, you're going to be receiving your Karatbars Gold MasterCard, which is going to be the place that on a weekly basis, Karatbars is going to be putting your commissions on. And you can see that beautiful free gold that's going to start coming on these beautiful Karatbars gold cards. And you can get these in 1 gram, 2.5 gram, and 5 grams. It's such a simple process. In fact, we even put together a partnership agreement, and I have one printed out, And up here at the top, I don't know if you can see the senior partner. My senior partner is Jeff Dawson. If I invited you here and you decide you want to partner with me, then I am going to be your leader, and Jeff will be our senior partner. He'll be available to us at all times. And of course, when you start, you are going to be the leader of your team, and I will be, or whoever invited you here tonight, will be your senior partner. Okay. And then what we do is we map out and we work, we call it our teaching team of 14 to do exactly the same. We map, manage, and hold accountable your team through 3 generations, which is 14 people. So if this was Dennis, his name would go up here, and Dennis enrolled for a gentleman yesterday, and he has a gentleman enrolling, I believe, tonight. So Dennis, if his 2 people have committed to do the same thing, they'll be right here. So now you have me, Dennis, and these 2 gentlemen right here, and then we're going to work with them and make sure in their first week, which will be next week, that they have their 2, which will go right here. And we are all working together. And the second gentleman that Dennis introduced will have his 2 people next week. And then, of course, the final step that Dennis is responsible for in this example is to work 1 level down where they help 2 get their 2, and that gives you 14. This is 3 generations. And then, of course, you have trained this group to carry on the same process. And of course, these people are pushing down further and further. So as you build your team, you're going to want to concentrate on working with team members who have demonstrated the 3 Ds. They have a dream. If they have a dream, it's based on real defined goals or calling. Everybody has a desire. I have a dream. Stephanie and I love to do missions work all over the world, and we like to teach and mentor people how to be self-sustaining and how to plant churches and different things like that. So our dream is to be able to use Karatbars to enable us to be able to travel about 6 months per year around the world, working in different countries, helping others. Now, your dream may be to be debt-free and to be able to have a big house that you can raise your kids in. It doesn't matter. The second D is desire. Do you have the fire and the commitment in your belly to be able to make this work? Okay, that is it. Is you've got to want it. Okay, it's not just we don't want people that say, okay, yeah, I'll give it a try. That's not the kind of attitude. We can't compromise. You have to be committed to this 12-week program if you're going to participate in it, and you have to make yourself accountable. It's not easy. It is work, and it is going to require you. But let me ask you, would you be willing to put in just 12 weeks of hard labor, maybe 2 to 3 hours a day for the next 90 days, if you knew that you could actually retire with $4,500 minimum in weekly residual income that could last you the rest of your life? Would it be worth it? Or are you just going to continue to do what you're currently doing? And I hate to say this, but you're going to continue to get what you've been getting. And you need to understand that. If you don't put the effort in, you will not succeed. And number 3 is the determination. Are you willing to do whatever it takes, no matter how long it takes, to see it come through to its conclusion? If you're a quitter, this is not for you. If you're going to get discouraged that maybe for some reason you just have not been able to find your 2 people in your first week, well, don't worry about that, because you have the support of people like Dennis and myself that are going to stand by your side, people like Bill Boardman and others that are going to work with you to make certain that you're successful. So if it takes an extra week, so maybe you don't make it to that 4,500 in 12 weeks, maybe it takes you 13 or 14 weeks. It doesn't matter. If you have the determination to do whatever it takes to do, let me let you in on a age-old secret. There's nobody that can stop you. Each of your team leaders, people that are doing this, will have signed up and purchased a package, they will have been committed and will stay committed to buying 1 gram of gold. Right now, I think gold at a gram, because prices are up a little bit, are around $65 or $66. And of course, if the price of gold goes down, the price of the gram goes down. But you're going to continue to buy 1 gram of gold every week until we reach that destination together and you are getting your gold for free. And each of our team leaders will have identified their two. Remember, this system only takes two, not more, not five, not 30. If you want to bring in people, that's okay. You can bring as many as you want, but you're going to complete this team of 14 with your two that committed to you before you go off and build another team of 14. So identify the two who will work and do exactly what they say they will do. And let your identified team leaders know how you see them on your team and intend to help them as they grow through these 3 generations. That's as simple as it gets. We have many people that have marketing systems and they're already marketing on the internet, and they may not want to use the advertising co-op. That's okay. But we want to make sure that you have people to talk to every week until you have your two committed business partners. Nobody gets hurt in this business. You know why? Because if you came into this business and for 52 weeks, all you did was exchange dollars, which are dying and decaying, they're not getting worth anything. They're losing their values. And you're simply being wise because you're doing the right thing. You're exchanging things that aren't worth anything anymore into something that has long-term, safe history and intrinsic value. So at the end of that 52 weeks, if you only bought 1 gram of gold, guess what? You would be the proud owner of just under 2 troy ounces of pure 24 karat gold Kinnabar LBMA gold, which at this time is currently worth about $2,600 or $2,700. But guess what? In another year or two, based on what most of the people that are following the gold and silver market says, that it would be worth between $2,000 and $3,000 per ounce. And so even though we can't promise anything like that, it's very likely based on the last 20 years of tracing back what gold has done on the marketplace. Finally, we have an opportunity. We have a debt-free company that has financial strength and stability of 7 years in business. You do not have to nickel and dime members with enrollment fees, website fees, annual renewal fees. We don't have any of those. There's no purchasing requirement. So if you've stayed with us this entire hour, don't worry if you're not going to do the 12-week plan. You can sign up for free, get your website, purchase a marketing package if you want to make some incredible money. You can go at your own speed, and there's no purchasing requirement, no website fees, no monthly fees, no nothing. No one is really actually spending money. We're only changing money from one pocket to the other. We're taking the fiat paper currency we call gold bad money from one pocket, and we're exchanging it for currency grade gold, which we call good money, into the other pocket. So let's just review before we open up for any questions. I know that some people have typed in questions. You'll notice if you have a microphone, you can raise the hand, and in just a moment, I'll unmute you so you can ask your question. We'll try to answer as many as we can before we get off. Let's review before we do that. The first thing you're going to do if you want to do this 12-week miracle is enroll for free, get back to the person that invited you here, call them right away, or email them or whatever you need to do, and they can get you enrolled. You decide whether you want the bronze, silver, gold, or the VIP. You purchase that package. You get your KYC documents uploaded tonight or tomorrow. You'll have those approved by tomorrow if you do that tonight. And you start to buy your 1 gram of gold for a minimum of 12 weeks. Then you team up, commit, and teach just 2 others in your first week that will repeat steps 1 and 2. Very difficult? No, quite simple. The price Okay, your total commitment to yourself and your partner for 12 weeks. Put on your blinders and believe in yourself. Do your share, help others, mentor, teach, and train, and work together as a team and do the work. Acquire any of the packages and duplicate in week one. Repeat these steps for 12 consecutive weeks, and the reward is absolutely amazing. A $4,500 per week residual income for life and free gold in just 90 days. I have never seen anything quite like it. All right, so anybody that has questions, just raise your hand, click on the hand if you have a microphone. I don't see anybody that's done that yet, so let's see here. Let's go and see if we can. Okay, in 9 years, I've been unsuccessful at building a list. Is one necessary, or will that improve chances of being successful? Glenn, you don't have to worry about building a list. We're going to show you how to build the list the right way by learning how to generate as many prospects as you would like on a weekly basis. If it takes you 10 prospects to get your two, or it takes you 100, we're never going to have to worry about running out of prospects. So we're happy to show you that, and we're excited. Okay. Um, there's a gentleman asking how many of the 900 members on your team have created $4,500 in weekly residual income. I'd like to say that everybody has, but unfortunately, most people have been in the program now for less than 4 weeks. And so many are already well on their way to their goals. And whether it takes them 12 weeks or takes them 24 weeks or even took them 52 weeks, wouldn't it be awesome at this time next year if these people had this income? I mean, I look at it like this. When I started, when I was told that I could generate 4,500 per week minimum in 12 weeks time if I wanted to really engage myself, and I started to do the mathematics, I realized that that was almost $250,000 a year. And I thought to myself, wow, if only 10%, if I only did 10% of that in my first 12 weeks, if I wasn't making 4,500 a week in just 90 days, but I was making 4 to 500 a week in that same time frame, would that be good progress for me? And I looked at it and I said, well, that's $25,000 a year working a couple of hours a day. So that answered my question. All right. So, yes, Glenn, if you enroll, since I was the one that invited you here, you will definitely be working with me as your partner. And um, it's just a really, really wonderful opportunity. I think Glenn might have some more questions. Let's see here. Yeah, well, Glenn, I think you're basically saying the same things. You need people to talk to, and of course, we have that. So, anyways, anybody else have any other questions that we can answer? Just raise your hand if you have a microphone, and I can unmute you. There are no dumb questions. All you need to do is just raise your hand, provided that you have a headset or a microphone, and we will get your questions answered for you right away. Anybody at all? Don't be bashful. This is a great time to get your question answered. Just raise your hand. Okay. There is Dawn out in Michigan. Dawn, go ahead.
I don't know if you can hear me.
I can.
Oh, you can? Oh,
Yes.
okay, that's great. When is these are? This is a fantastic call. I have to admit. When is the next time you're going to do this exact same call?
Well, this is the one that Jeff has been put together with us here. And I'm going to mute you out, Dawn, because I'm getting some feedback. This presentation is a brand new presentation that was just released yesterday by my senior partner, Jeff Dawson, who many of you know. And we have a little 2-week head start with people from other teams because Jeff is the leader and he put this together. And it's going to eventually be released to the entire Karatbars company and the hundreds of thousands of representatives. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do another presentation this coming Sunday evening. There's a lot of people that Sunday night is a really good night, so I think we'll do probably a 8 o'clock presentation on Sunday night. That's Eastern time. That will be the same time as tonight's call. So hope that helps you. Any other questions, Don?
Very good. Okay, I understand that. Thank you. No more questions.
Excellent. Anybody else have any more questions? Just go ahead and raise your hand. If you have a microphone, we want to make sure that we get everybody's questions. If not, we'll go ahead and conclude. What I want to encourage you to do is if you have a question, just click on the little hand, raise your hand, and we can go ahead and we can get your questions answered for you right now. If not, you can certainly email me your questions. You can do that to Spokane Gold Rush at gmail.com. And Spokane is Spokane, goldrush at gmail.com. Um, Also, what you'll want to do is get back to the person that invited you here tonight. And what they can do is they can get you enrolled and started on this 12-week plan. It takes about 5 minutes to get enrolled. All you'll need to know is what package you want to get started with if you're going to do the 12-week plan. If you are not going to be doing the 12-week plan, you can still get your package purchased tonight. And so that's a real simple process. So you just need to get back to the person that brought you here. Are there any other questions? Just lift your hands if you have a question. Um, Happy to do it. Here's one. What is necessary in regard to the right and left level of putting people in? Armand, that's a great question. There are no requirements on any sponsoring in order to earn commissions. However, remember how the 12-week program is built, of course, is working with just 2 people. But if you're just going to get in and be an affiliate and build this at your own speed, all you need to do is just come in and go at your own speed if you're not doing the 12-week. Okay, so Eva asked if I choose, could Okay. She wants to know on her Karatbars, do they do direct deposits? No. What they do actually, Eva, is anytime you have commissions on Friday, they will load those commissions onto your gold MasterCard that Karatbars has for you. They send that out to you, and you can go right down to your bank or to your ATM machine, and you can take those. That money right off of your card and deposit it right into your bank account if you want. You can use the funds any place that MasterCard is accepted. In fact, you can even go right back into your website, Eva, and purchase your gold using your MasterCard pay card. So it's really amazing. All right, we have a question. Looks like Olivia. Olivia, can you
Hi,
hear me?
yes, I can. Hi, Scott.
Hi, Olivia.
I had a lot of prospects, and some of them signed up just as an affiliate. Isn't it a good idea for Karatbars to ask from the affiliates also to purchase a 1 gram of gold every week? To put an example, if you want people to buy gold, you have to put an example and buy it yourself.
Yes, that is an excellent point, Olivia. Thank you for bringing that up. You know, when you're talking to people about Karatbars, you need to find out their reason why, regardless of whether they want to do the 12-week plan or whether they're just wanting to start a gold savings account. Well, the purpose of a gold savings plan is to start saving gold. So obviously, what Olivia said is she signed up a few people that have become free affiliates. And if a person is going to sign up as a free affiliate, which means they're not doing the 12-week plan, they're going to get paid only through our unilevel compensation, not through our dual compensation, they should still start a plan to start saving gold on a weekly and monthly basis. And the best thing that we can do with those people is lead by example. So when you're talking to people, Olivia, I would make sure that you try to commit those people, because by everybody buying gold, of course, that's going to increase their own protection against the collapse of the euro and the dollar, but also will help them to accumulate gold and earn commissions by helping others to do the same thing. So that's a great question. Um, Walter Murphy asked, he missed the webinar. Will it be repeated? I have good news for you, Walter. If you will send me an email to Spokane Gold Rush at Gmail, Spokane, Spokane, Gold Rush at gmail.com with your email address and just request a copy of this recorded webinar. I can send that out to you. Probably won't get to you until tomorrow, but you'll have a recorded copy that you'll have. For those of you that are on my Karatbars team or on my Karatbars list, you'll automatically get a copy of this recorded webinar from tonight sent out to you tomorrow. So Walter, if you'll do that, I'll make sure that I get that out to you tomorrow so you have that. Okay, thank you for the kind words, Bill. Bill Boardman, excellent job you're doing there, my friend. Anybody else? Last call for questions. Just raise your hand or type in your question if you have any questions. Just raise your hand on the internet if you've got a microphone. Okay, looks like Walter. Okay, Walter, can you hear me? Walter, can you hear me? Hello, Walter, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Any question you have, Walter?
No.
Okay, very good. You send me an email and I'll get you a copy of this, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, Walter, I think accidentally raised his hand. Anybody else? Last call, raise your hand or type in your question. Thank you, Chuck. Kind words. Here's Claude. Yes, let me see if I can do that. He's asking me to type in my email, and I hope that will go out. I'll send it to all. It's Spokane Gold Rush, Spokane, Spokane, Gold Rush at gmail.com. All right, looks like we have, let me see here. Okay, good question, Amand. I don't know the exact number, but I do know that last year there were over 100,000 affiliates worldwide doing business in over 100 countries of the world. So I don't know how much it's grown. I can tell you that it has probably grown already this year, probably by another 5 to 10,000. So my best guess would be that there's probably 100 to 150,000 affiliates right now in Karatbars International. Okay. Anybody else? Last call. Just raise your hand if you have a question. I think I've got everybody. Last call. Okay. Nobody else? Anybody else? Raise your hand or type quick. We've had a great time tonight. I want to thank you for such a great turnout and for all of you staying on for the entire hour and 10 minutes. Don't forget, if I don't have your email and you'd like to be added to the email list that has all of our upcoming team trainings like this, just send that email to Spokane Gold Rush at Gmail and just click, or in the subject line, just put add me to your contact list. And I will send you out recordings of the webinars and the schedule that we do. Remember, the company does 2 webinars live every day, 7 days a week. That's at noon Eastern and 9 p.m. Eastern time. So I want to thank you again for attending tonight, and I hope that you have a incredible, oh wait, one more question. Yeah, I do send out some of my emails to my warm market list occasionally. I'm on. I don't know who invited you here to the call tonight, But if you get enrolled and you'd like that, if I invited you here, then get back with me. And once you get signed up, I will go ahead and get that for you. If you are invited by somebody else, enroll with them, get your package, and then have them contact me, and I will get those for you. So hopefully that will help. I think that is going to do it. We've kept you long tonight. Thanks a lot, everybody. And looks like we'll be doing our next webinar on Sunday evening, this coming Sunday at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. So I'll be sending out a link for everybody that wants to join us this coming Sunday evening. God bless everybody. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you at the top.